Let's go.
Britain is a nation of foodies.
Sweet.
Really peppery.
But what do we really know about where our food comes from?
I've never been cornered by an ostrich.
This is like Oxford Circus, but for cows.
And how it's processed before it reaches our plates.
This is incredible. The place is run by robots.
We're going to the ends of the earth to find out what's really in our food.
I've got to change my transport.
We're meeting the people who make it.
Don't know where to look.
And we're asking the questions to learn the truth.
Let's do it.
Tonight on Food Unwrapped.
I head west to find out if it matters what our meat eats.
Think of this as a huge salad bar, right?
This is a salad
This is a
bar.
big salad bar, right?
I find out if there's a catch with whitebait.
Are you telling me that this little fella here isn't a baby fish?
And I discover the hidden danger in chocolate.
What makes them very ill can cause death.
Really?
First, does it matter what my meat eats?
When I walk down the beef aisle, some of it says that it's grass-fed, and then you've got other beef that, to be honest, it doesn't say what it's fed on. What the cow eats, does it make a difference to the meat?
Every cow I ever see in a field eats grass.
Does it make any difference to the flavour if they're eating grass or not?
So what does it say? Breast-fed, is it?
Oh, sorry, grass-fed.
Oh, grass, sorry, grass.
Breastfed, blimey.
I really couldn't tell you. Have you Googled this?
I wouldn't know. I mean, beef to me would be beef, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to make any difference to the flesh at all.
But does it? To see if cows really are what they eat, I'm going to a country that has two very different ways of farming and feeding their cattle. The good old US of A. Yeehaw! Look at this. We've managed to talk our way onto a farm owned by the world's largest cattle feeding corporation. Megan Blythe has agreed to show us round.
I'm Megan. Oh, lovely to meet you, Megan.
Stone, nice to meet you.
Nolan. Okay, great.
Cows are trucked into this farm to be intensively fattened up. They're here for up to 6 months before they're ready for slaughter.
This feed yard covers about 550 acres. There's about 85,000 head of cattle on feed right now.
85,000 cattle. That is insane. This is like Oxford Circus, but for cows.
85% of American beef is supersized on giant feedlots like this. Even the biggest UK beef farm is only a fraction of this size.
Cattle coming into the feed yard will be about a year old. So they would have spent their first, 2/3 of their life in a pasture on grass. And so then they spend 6 months, the last third of their life, here with us, and where they'll get a grain-finished diet.
Then what is the grain?
We have corn in our ration, and then we'll also have some corn byproducts.
Boy, look at this!
35 truckloads of corn arrive here every day to be pressed into flakes to create the ultimate cow chow.
This is the corn?
Yeah, this is the corn.
So why do you feed your cows this?
This corn has more calories than grass does. It's a higher energy, so those cattle will essentially make it to harvest faster. It's a more efficient use of resources.
Although this sugar and carbohydrate-rich corn fattens them up quickly, it's not a natural diet for grass-loving cows, so it takes a month to gradually wean them onto the corn diet.
Is there a link between that change in diet when it comes to health problems?
So the most vulnerable time that cattle are here at the feed yard is that time when they've transitioned from the pasture to the feed yard. Those changes causes stress to the animal. About 15% of them will have to be treated with antibiotics.
And is that ultimately because cows aren't meant to eat corn, or?
No, I think it's just that transition, you know.
What about like growth hormones? Do they use anything like that?
We will implant the cattle with a hormone. It's a time-released capsule that goes in their ear, but it has to have metabolized before we can send the animal to the plant for slaughter, so that it's not in the meat.
The corn helps the cattle grow
Yes.
fatter, and then in addition to that, use growth hormones which make them fat quick.
And we don't say make them fat quick. We say that better feed efficiency. So it takes less corn to get to a certain weight. It takes less time to get them to a certain weight.
But I suppose what you are doing here, ultimately, is you are trying to create the most efficient ground beef and steak factory, really, aren't you? In terms of diet and in terms of, you know, how much they're moving around and everything else.
Using growth hormones and corn, an average calf quickly puts on a staggering amount of weight, from 800 pounds to 1,350 pounds in just 6 months. However, American beef raised with artificial growth hormones has been banned in the EU.
What about the taste? Is there a difference in taste between grass-fed and corn-fed? What do you like?
That all comes down to, your personal preference. I'm obviously biased. I work at a feed yard, and so I would prefer grain-fed beef. Their meat will be more consistent quality. And that's really what we're looking for when we feed them corn, is that marbling in the meat, which leads to flavor and taste and tenderness and juiciness.
Would you eat one of these cornflakes?
You want me to? I'm more hungry for a burger, but...
It's all right, this,
Hello. Later, I saddle up to see beef raised the way nature intended.
This is like the moo chorus. They are just having it.
Next, whitebait. Look at this, right? One of my favourites. Whitebait in the pub with a pint. You can't beat it, right? The thing I can't work out, these little beauties, why can you only get them in the pub? Why can't you see whitebait in the supermarket? To track down these tasty tiddlers, Kate's off to meet fishmonger Dan Howes.
Hi.
Morning.
Hi. What can I do for you?
Now, I'm looking for whitebait. You can't get it in the supermarkets at all.
Just some specialist places. We've got breaded or unbreaded.
Okay, lovely. And so where do you get your whitebait? Does whitebait breed all over the world?
Whitebait aren't actually a fish in their own right. It's a blanket term for small fry or juvenile fish. These ones look like sprats.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that. I just thought, like cod or haddock or mackerel, whitebait were a species. So this is a bag of baby fish.
Yes.
Surely that can't be very sustainable. Where exactly is it caught?
So it says FAO 27, so that's Northeast Atlantic Sea, so anywhere from maybe the bottom of Spain to the top of Iceland. But then you've got another bit there, which is 3D, so you just look on a marine map and trace it from there.
If these really are baby fish, should we be eating them at all? It's time to pack my waterproofs because I'm off fishing.
Thank you.
Right. I've had some information from Kate. Trying to find out where these whitebait come from. So Kate said 27, so that's here. I mean, that's huge, North Atlantic. But the other part is 3D, which puts me here in the Baltic Sea. The thing about that, though, is there's countries all the way around there.
Kate's fixed me up with a fella who imports whitebait. He'll know where to go.
Is that Ray? It's Jimmy Doherty here from Food Unwrapped. I was wondering if you could help me out. Which country would I have to visit if I was to investigate a story on whitebait?
Latvia.
Latvia?
Tell you what, Jimmy, get yourself over there and I'll show you around.
Cheers, Ray.
I'm heading to the shores of the Riga Bay on the Baltic Sea.
Now, just arrived in Latvia, and as you can see, it is a bit chilly. Right, time to go to the port, find myself some whitebait.
And now one for our furry friends. Dog chocolate.
The chocolate goes in dog chocolates. Is it different to the chocolate that goes into my chocolate?
So I've heard that giving dogs human chocolate is bad for them.
Is chocolate poisonous to dogs?
Dear, I'm sorry, I don't have any pets, I'm sorry.
What is it in dog chocolate that's not going to kill the dog then?
They're like sugar-free, basically.
Oh, I see. So if I was on a diet, I could eat the dog chocolates?
She's going absolutely crazy for them.
It's not made by dogs, is it?
To find out the effects human chocolate can have on dogs, I'm going to the Dogs Trust to meet a lab cross with a sweet tooth. Anna owner Amy Best.
Amy, Matt. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So who's this?
This is Frida. Hello. A few years ago now, it was Christmas time. She sniffed out the chocolate. She ate the chocolate.
And they can't eat that? It makes them ill?
It makes them very ill, can cause death.
Really?
We phoned the out-of-hours vets and they pumped her stomach immediately. It was frightening. We didn't know whether she was going to come out alive.
So what is it in our chocolate that made Frida so ill?
Hi.
Hi.
Matt.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Ali.
Ali Patrick is an emergency vet.
So, Ali, what's so bad about chocolates then for dogs?
Well, chocolate contains a substance called theobromine, and theobromine is a stimulant, and once it gets into the bloodstream, it will attack the nervous system and the muscles. The dog can start to have fits and eventually die.
Wow.
It's very serious. Us humans are very lucky because we have a chemical in our liver that can change theobromine into a less toxic substance.
Right.
Dogs don't. The side effects can be lethal.
But you can buy special doggy chocolates, so what's in that? Earlier, Matt found out that human chocolate is hazardous for hounds.
The dog can start to have fits and eventually die.
Wow.
It's very serious.
But what makes doggy chocs so different?
While Matt is still in the vets getting checked out, I'm going to find out how they can make these chocolates safe for dogs to eat.
This manufacturer has been popping out pet chocolates for half a century. They make over 1 billion treats every year. Adam Jagger is going to show us around.
If I was a dog,
if you were a dog,
I'd be going mad right now.
Absolutely right.
The thing I can't understand is that chocolates are poisonous to dogs. This is a dog chocolate, right?
Chocolate normally contains cocoa. This product does not contain cocoa.
But it smells like chocolate.
It does.
Tastes like chocolate.
Yep.
Are you sure you're not putting a little bit of chocolate in?
I'm absolutely certain.
Really?
There's a secret recipe.
Secret recipe time.
Secret recipe time.
So what goes into your chocolate? What's going in now?
It's very similar to human chocolate. It would have whey powder in it, flour in it, milk derivatives. It would have a little bit of vitamins, some oil, that kind of thing.
So it sounds to me that this is like a recipe for a milk chocolate bar. Show me your secret ingredient.
Follow me.
Let's go. There is chocolate in it.
This is the missing secret ingredient, and it is this.
So this looks a little bit like a cocoa pod that's been squashed.
Yeah. This is basically a pod from the carob tree. It's actually a legume. You find them mostly in the Middle East, and that's the pod from that tree, and it contains the bean that we use in this process.
So that is the little carob bean.
That's the carob bean. Cocoa is toxic to dogs, in fact. Cocoa contains theobromine. The carob tree, the carob pod, doesn't have any theobromine in it, which makes it entirely safe for dogs. It's great for humans as well, anyone with cocoa intolerance, but specifically for dogs who cannot have cocoa at all, it's a perfect ingredient.
That little bean gives our dogs a lovely chocolatey treat, but they don't have to worry about any ill effects.
Absolutely right. Absolutely
wow.
Right.
All this time, I was barking up the wrong tree.
Very good, Jimmy, very good.
Earlier, I learnt that our pub favourite whitebait are really young sprats.
This is a bag of baby fish.
Yes.
Surely that can't be very sustainable.
Jimmy's on a fishing trip to the Baltic Sea.
Next stop, Latvia.
So he can hit the ground running, I'm doing a bit of background research. I'm going to have a chat with Sam Stone from the Marine Conservation Society.
Nice to meet you. Thanks
You
for coming
too.
down. So do you class whitebait as sustainable?
We don't class it as sustainable, no. We actually red rate whitebait at the moment.
What do you
which
do?
is we red rate.
Red rays?
Yeah, that's our...
Sounds serious.
Yeah, we have our ratings go from green to red, green being the best, red being the worst. And at the moment, we have a general rating for whitebait, which is red.
In fact, the Marine Conservation Society is so worried they advise supermarkets not to sell whitebait at all.
Whitebait are juvenile fish. They haven't had a chance to reproduce and breed. The main species for whitebait in UK fisheries and in Europe is sprat, Spratus spratus.
I've heard this.
And they are fished as adults quite successfully. It's just that juvenile portion of the catch that we really want to avoid.
So are the sprats being caught for our whitebait out in the Baltic Sea baby fish or not?
So I've just arrived at the harbour. I've got to tell you, it ain't warm. It is so cold. And I'm looking for a chap called Ray. Look at the boats.
A whopping 220,000 tonnes of sprats are hauled out of the Baltic Sea each year. Ray Curzon snaps up around 200 tonnes of them to send back to our pubs as whitebait.
Hi Jimmy, I'm Ray.
Hi Ray, I'm here to find the fish
Yep.
that go into my whitebait in the pub. Are these the fish? I mean, I've seen them being unloaded.
It's all whitebait.
Oh, they look beautiful, don't they? You've got to have a tiny net to catch tiddlers like that. Can I see your net?
Yes, of course you can. Yeah, come aboard.
I was told that whitebait are basically baby fish.
No. We're fishing anything from 20 to 50 miles deep. The baby sprats are inshore, which is in the estuaries, the river mouths, etc. Obviously, as they start growing, they go deeper, deeper and deeper water. So once they start getting mature, they're out to sort of 20 miles out. and that's where they start catching them.
Right, so the baby fish are inshore, but these guys are fishing out to sea.
Yes, they are, yeah.
They're not baby fish then?
No.
So show me the nets. You've got to have specialist gear to get that, haven't you?
Exactly.
I mean, look at that. That looks like one of your string vests, Ray.
Yeah, well, yes, exactly. It's just a bit dirtier.
And what's the size that you've got to be if you're after the whitebait then?
It has to be a minimum of 16 millimetres by law to allow the small ones to get out. If there is any baby small-sized fish, they will come out of these small holes. The main point is they're targeting bigger, mature fish.
You say bigger, mature fish, but these are the sort of Ronnie Corbett of the fish world, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, exactly, exactly. Yes.
I'd love to go and see where they're processed further for two reasons. One, because I want to see how they're processed, and two, I want to get off this boat because it is so cold.
Join the club.
The Latvians are only after the bigger sprats, which are graded, canned and sold in supermarkets across Eastern Europe. Anything under 8 centimetres is too small for processing and either ground into fish food or exported to the UK for us to enjoy with a pint.
So are these the whitebait now?
Yes, they are, yeah.
Look at that! Are you telling me that this little fella here isn't a baby fish? Because Kate has informed me that a whitebait in the UK has to be over 10 centimetres, otherwise it's not sexually mature.
That's the UK species in the North Sea. This is a Baltic species, which is a smaller fish. It's like comparing a Shetland pony to a racehorse.
Because of the freezing waters, Baltic sprats grow slower and end up smaller than their North Sea cousins, making them the perfect size for whitebait.
You see them on the menu in the pubs all the time. Why don't you see whitebaits on the supermarket shelves?
Well, you see, there's not the volume available. This is the output of everything that's been caught today, just this one bin.
So out of all the tubs we've seen,
yeah,
all the stuff that I've put into that big vat that goes up to conveyors, this is just the small little tub that comes out.
Probably represents about 3% of the total catch.
Ray is now in discussions with the Marine Conservation Society. If he can demonstrate the fish he buys are all sprats and only the mature fish are targeted, then the MCS could reclassify Latvian whitebait as amber instead of red rated. This could be good news for those of us who like deep-fried small fry. With a catch in and sorted, we end the day the Latvian way.
This is Latvian hospitality and myself and the crew. Here's to the sprats. Very good sprats.
Earlier, I saw how 85% of American beef is intensively fattened up on a corn-based diet.
Boy, look at this!
But what about the other 15%? I'm heading west to Montana to meet a real-life cowboy who feeds his cows the old-school way.
Grass-fed cows!
Look at them. The manager of 2 Dot Ranch is Stuart Phelps.
Hi, Kate.
Hey, Stuart.
Stuart Phelps, yeah.
How
Nice
you
to meet you.
doing?
Good, how are you?
It's a good look.
Thank you. You
Am
too.
I cowgirl enough for
Did
you?
really well.
Hello.
Apparently, the best way to see the ranch is on 4 legs. No problemo.
Good girl. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. Right. Come on. See, this is the best way to get around. So it must be pretty big, this ranch.
Yeah, it's about 12,000 acres.
How many cattle do you have on that land?
There's about 1,500.
And there they are.
There they are.
Look at them, just chilling out.
Just eating grass, hanging out.
Can we go see?
For sure.
This is a whole different farming ethos compared to the feedlot. These cows are free to roam and eat what and where they want.
So why do you feed your cows grass?
Here they're getting a really balanced diet. You know, we keep talking about grass. If you want to get into specifics, then they're eating different species of grass. Think of this as a huge salad bar, right?
This is a salad bar.
This is a big salad bar, right? They have all these different options of what they want to eat.
They are so loud. This is like the moo chorus. They are just having it.
Unlike the cows at the giant feedlot, who go to slaughter at 1.5 years, Stuarts aren't processed until they are at least 2 years old.
How big is that cow when you harvest them?
For those premium animals, they're going to be around 1,000 to 1,200 pounds. That's not too far off of what happens at a feedlot pound-wise. The difference, though, is the time it takes to get there. So these guys are on grass, and it's going to take 4 to 6 months longer. And so that's a pretty big difference.
Can you taste the difference?
Yeah, for sure. Now, the probably bigger question is whether you think grass-fed beef tastes better or worse than grain-fed beef.
Why?
But
Is
I
that
think-
controversial?
Yeah, I think so. It seems to be.
Stuart, I am very ready to try some.
We'll cook some up. and we'll
Yeah,
give it a try.
brilliant. Let's do it. Look at all that meat.
Yeah, we've got 2 steaks, right? One is a grass-fed steak that we raised here on the ranch. And then the other is kind of your conventional grain-fed steak.
You're not going to tell me which
Won't
one is
tell
which.
ya.
Okay.
I really want to do it too, because I really haven't ever done a side-by-side comparison.
Okay.
The corn-fed steak costs around $12, whereas Stuart's would set you back around $20. Grass-fed steaks are a luxury product in the States, but they do have added benefits.
There's research out there that would say grass-fed beef is going to be lower in saturated fat, is going to have higher levels of omega-3 fats, is going to be lower in calories per ounce.
So
And
a much leaner piece of meat
Right.
with more omega-3s, which is brilliant.
Okay, so here are your 2 steaks.
Time to go head-to-head. I'm up first. A sip of local palate cleanser.
Here's number 2.
Now Stuart.
Okay, it's a bit of a wide one, so yeah. Right, okay, the big reveal. So they were both delicious. They
Okay.
were both really good. Now, number 2, I could almost kind of taste almonds. There were kind of different flavors going on, whereas number 1 was pretty like one note. I think I would probably say that number 2 was the grass-fed.
Okay. You picked our beef over theirs.
It was so different. It was brilliant.
So that's great to hear.
What about Stuart? Can he identify one of his own?
For me, that second steak had a little more going on to it, so I kind of prefer that second steak.
Okay.
So,
Oops, this is awkward. How do I break it to him?
The one that you said you preferred in this taste test was actually the corn-fed.
okay.
Okay. You're taking that very lightly. You're like, fair enough.
I don't care that I picked the wrong beef. I would eat both of those steaks in a second. That's a cow, and that's a cow. But if I know that that cow was raised in my backyard, that means a lot to me. And that is what we're selling here. We're selling a cow that people can feel really good about eating. Cheers. Thank you for coming. It was great having you guys.
So meat is what it eats, but in the end, how it tastes is subjective. Back in the UK, most of our supermarket beef is grass-fed, with a bit of grain thrown in. So maybe we have the best of both worlds.